Welcome to Event-Vods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
To gauge how easy it is to dive him, I think, because Warwick obviously...
You know when he's below 25% max health, that's when he gets 250% extra healing. So
is that all?
I mean, yeah, Broken Blade right now, even just autoing, he's getting massive. All he needs to do is pull him into the jaws of the beast, looking for the fear, but there's the Vault Breaker. Healed up, the fear comes in clutch. That 1 second used well as Skirmishes here to stop the play going further.
Nice job from Closer, though, to actually get some pressure down in this bottom lane. Lot should be able to crash this, making sure that it's going to actually hit the tower. Closer going to start to move in. That red buff is a bit...
You don't see this dog every day. In fact, the last time you saw this dog top was Splice Wonder in 2017. And it was against Odo Amne on Shen. Now, Odo's, you know, sometimes he's a bit of the GOAT, right? Did he win that game? That's the only question I have. Odo won. Oh my God, I bet he's saying it backstage. You know, actually won that game. That was a bad Odo impression, I'm sorry. Well, Dragon goes down, Skirmishes. He's thinking about if he can get in as Broken Blade with that infinite duress holds onto his mark up to the turret. He wants the plating first. He gets that flee away. Jaws of the Beast help out, and the audience starts howling as Broken Blade pops the barrier. He just doesn't have enough damage yet to do anything about it.
Enough healing, and you don't have enough damage to just out-sustain any of that reciprocal damage. You're in a lot of trouble. So as long as you can keep Ambessa down, you're in a good spot. But GIANTX still getting to trade on the opposite side of the map. And you don't actually kill Lost, he just will lose out on a little bit of that teleport and a bit more CS.
You know, I think Grub's in this meta as well. Such a good advantage, right? Souls are getting later. We're seeing Atakan fights. We're seeing Souls not picked up as often. Grubs have just still been top tier, as even though we're in 15 points. Telling me you think it's going to be something else?
I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see.
I saw your cheeky look at the items as there we go. There's the Starfall. The Duress follows up as well. The dog's in with a public execution. But in the end, down goes Lot for first wave. With top being a nice standstill for Lot to move towards. Labrov face-checking, no. In Fog of War ain't good. He's going to be charmed up and instantly destroyed. Ari-Vi, a common duo for those reasons.
If you get on to Closer, you got Kalista moving down.
The flash is burned, but Hans Summer's ready and receiving. Lot has joined in, but he just used his ulti in the previous fight as Hans now chases up. Lot might be in trouble. That Ren means they're slowed to buggery, and Skirmishes now with another stop under turret will help out as Hans runs in, flashes for the Rand. That's your mama you're talking to.
I mean, this may not be over, though. You've still got another wave coming. Closer trying to clear it out before it can hit the wave. Skirmishes going to tank.
He's low, Skirmishes. Not going to find Hans Summer, or rather, other way around. Skirmishes is looking for Closer, now resets in. Easy kill. G2 are playing with them, Dagger.
Closer was like, look, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. And now, Caps going for the trade. Jackie's has no ult.
You're right, he used it before. Caps in a 1v1, unheard of with the Azir, but he's just ordering him down to death. G2 have come and ignited.
It's awful. I was watching Broken Blade to see what he was up to anyway, because he's moving down, but there's the engage from John.
Oh, it's set up as well. Fate's Call going to be used too, but it's a double knock up into the air for GX. Have this in the bag. Even with the ulti later out from Labrov, it's there as Skirmishes gets launched up, and in goes Jackie's. 3 quick kills. GIANTX find one opening.
Brilliant stuff from Jun. G2 thought they'd be able to control the river, but Jun makes them pay for it. Broken Blade had started to walk down. He isn't playing with that TP, so was trying to cover for that play on the bottom side, but GIANTX come alive and answer back.
Well, with that opening, it's going to be first Dragon here for GIANTX, but trading not at all. Note that for G2, they didn't have the Wolf involved, but Ambessa in the end, the perfect setup for them. We come back with the reset, and G2 have started up the Grubs already. And with Broken Blade having that push that runs into Lot now, it means that it's just going to be Grub o'clock. Not stolen there from Noah as you send out the piercing arrow, but Skirmishes in the end. We'll clean this out. It'll be 3 Grubs for 3 Grubs. And we still don't have a decider here on the feats of strength in the early game.
Yeah, I think, though, this is where, from this position, GIANTX have really gotten the tempo.
Around top. That's the potential for this to set up. Perfect execution buffered actually behind Broken Blade. Infinite Duress, meanwhile, the Primal Howl is looking for the fear, and it misses. Good spacing there as the adaptation sets them up, but Jaws of the Beast heals up for the time being. Broken Blade flashes, wants to get distance, gets the flash out. Another Jaws of the Beast! He's healed up, he's bailed out, but Doggy gonna die as GIANTX still finds
the amount of time he bombs.
Everything used in the kitchen sink as well. At least nice for GIANTX, get some more gold as Caps might be in a bit of trouble. Noah's coming down. Chains Corruption are up and available. Caps waiting for it. Flashes out now eventually, but Noah matches as well. The old Fnatic AD carry has his number as well as He's got all the stacks up and available. Caps is dead meat. Over to Noah. A lot of gold going over, and they commit hard to the bot lane.
Good job by Noah. Realizes here, look.
In the end, it's actually G2 who, by the way, because of objectives, get it as... Hang on, Dagda. What's that smell? Jackie's has gotten low, but Broken Blade doesn't know there's another foe in his way. He wants to send him away. He infinite duresses, but charmed out. Broken Blade ain't doing the
down into the mid lane, which is then setting up perfectly for the Dragon. And they've even got some of this like deep wards that are down as well, that are making it nearly impossible there for G2 to contest. So GIANTX, this is actually a bit of a step up. One of my biggest gripes with GIANTX has been their inability to play the map in their favor and trying to keep themselves pushing their advantages.
Yep.
But this is a good move. Now they just need to make sure Mbessa can get back into that top side, and that's why they've sent Jun up here as well.
It's a good shield vault coming through, and the blast cone helps out so Lot doesn't get caught out any further. Broken Blade is pushing this challenger, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, there's no point.
I said exactly. I have no idea.
No, you're exactly right, Dak. There is yeah, Hunt's caught out. There's no way to react. The problem with GIANTX's comp as a Callista, there's so many buttons that just say...
They couldn't actually commit to fully defending that. Plus, Jackie's have been pushing on bot. Now, Broken Blade shows on top side.
Oh, but look, Caps is coming up as well. You've got to run, Lot! The Infinite Duress is up and available. As you can see, Lot is just trying to get out now using the public execution because there was no other way. Infinite Duress flushed away from as well. And as I said, Caps is coming. He ran all the way up from mid as he jumps in, looking for his time in the sun. His ult's still there with the flash available, but they're just poking him down. Broken Blade is chasing with his blood hunt.
But it's a big wave on top side as well, so as long as G2 are able to keep them here, they're going to be happy. You're going to lose a wave top, you're going to lose your bot lane tower. And again, GIANTX, they're just kind of being run around the map. This has kind of been the G2 special.
Yeah.
What we saw from them last year was missing at the start of the split, but it's coming back in leaps and bounds.
Noah gets mid lane turret. Okay. As we're still even, I'm just waiting to see if G2 commit onto Lot, but he's too spinny, he's too movie. Gets on out, Drake count step, makes it easy work as Broken Blade as well as Hunt. Some are just going to be taken away with the Rent. And Arakan, I mean, the disrespect is also, there's a lot more G2 vision in the river. Teleport's going to have to be burned, Arakan started with a Callista.
Yeah, Closer trying to get in. They don't have vision. Labrov playing bouncer here.
But how far can he go? Skewmon trying to do the same thing. Jackie flashes in, but he gets stolen up as the Aegis sent on out. Broken Blade zones off Lot. A lot of spears in the Arakan that's going to be reset here as GIANTX group is 5.
Yeah, still though, they haven't actually reset it. GIANTX, can they actually get the steal here?
Out, in, out, in, out. Broken Blade from the back end. The Infinite Duress sent in with the pop blossom from John! Johnny John sets it up, but Hunt Summer finds Lot in the back end, and G2 are now trying to play front to back as Arakan is taken by GIANTX. Their window in the sun is here. Only one withdrawal for now as G2 still trying to fight fire with fire as Broken Blade is hitting a clone. Another reset, another bite as Broken Blade left alive. Caps ultis in to save his own life, and in the jaws again. Broken Blade claims them all.
They don't have the immediate trigger pull here for G2. Like you heard, both Upset and Mickey kind of say
from the skies, he descends down. Skewmon is going to be tagged up with the pop blossom, but no one from GIANTX are there. Skewmon's angle. That guy is from the stars.
He manages to pick off Nico. Like, you should be able to move over, but again, I think GIANTX kind of fumbling a little bit here. Now G2 setting up on towards this Baron. You still have a lot of members of GIANTX available, though.
Let's
the poke is real.
Oh, great point, Dagda. I was going to say, let's see how that poke affects them right. G2 are taking heaps of damage, and I'm watching towards Noah now as Broken Blade tanks it up. Chain to Corruption, he heals out. Jaws of the Beast, he autos, but now he's down. The burst finally utilizes Caps ulti, sends away Lot. Looking for the front to back. It's G2 have to get out with the Baron. Caps knows it's doomed. GIANTX know it's gloom. And Skewmon, he's looking for something else in the brush as he finds a trade kill onto Noah now. The Poke Virus needs his cooldowns available. Skewmon jumps in, gets the cleanse, an auto, the Aegis assault, and the martial poise that comes out of this villainous man.
You cannot take down this Pantheon, Skewmon. So then when he gets to the E rotation again, he has the empowered E to keep himself alive. So nicely played there by Skewmon.
That final Q as well, that extra damage that comes from the Mortal Will and the Comet Spear. Insane buff of damage as well as the Skewmon outplaying that fight makes it so much different. 2 Barons exit the fight as Broken Blade only onto a clone. He finds himself
slower pace and starting to drag, and how do you play under the map? This is where, unfortunately, not having a lot of that veterancy can come back to hurt you. Is
Infinite Duress under turret, and remember the Grand Starfall, he's always there! Into the jaws once more! The Howl unleashes, and the fear is immeasurable.
I did not think this was going to be as stupid a comp.
What the hell is an Urukite? The G2 teleport's going to be committed. It's into Fog of War, and GIANTX are walking right into it. Again, the setup stun is there from Skewmon. It's perfect execution denied. Pop Blossom is good, but Caps went golden. He was able to space out as a bailout. Onto Han Sama works. He revives, does enough damage as GIANTX ran into the fray, and they will not be seeing the light of day. Closer escapes while 2 of his solo laners are now dead, and Broken Blade. Oh, he can smell it again. He chases, he said the G2 will be looking after today.
That might have been one of the most high-value Zhonyas I have seen in a long while.
True.
The fact that Caps gets rid of the public execution, dodges the Nico ult, is getting to heal back up because your poke Varus and your Ahri isn't all that all in.
The flash charm at melee range, so he doesn't have the Zhonyas this time.
The tower! The tower!
A Zed turret, that seems fair. Yeah, let's make it do the same. Infinite direct flash though, and the Grand Starfall combo returns. The Pop Blossom denied, and Broken Blade will not be denied as he opt from Lot to get on out the perfect execution, rather public version. Have 2 members.
No, but they do still have Closer, so G2 will need to deal with this Vi. Keep Closer out of the pit is now the name of the game. Maybe a Baron Steel could claw this game back for GIANTX, but it is a long road back because G2, I mean, Lot's in a decent position here.
Yeah, but look, Brov has his hostile takeover. That's what I'm worried about. In front of 3 people, Edge of Night comes up not a moment too soon. As for GIANTX, the turn has begun. There it is, hostile takeover is into the back line onto Han Sama. It's a nice oldie, but Closer doesn't have the follow-up he needs. Broken Blade gets on low, but he needs to get his jaws sunken in as GIANTX zone on out, and there we go. The healing comes through as Chemtech Soul must be getting a hell of a lot of value right now. GX back away.
And now G2, they're stepping back up. They know there's no jungler. Do they feel confident to just take this? Jun doesn't have flash just available yet, but if GIANTX could buy some time, that could maybe be the engage they're looking for.
How much poke can Noah send out? Hail of arrows after arrows after arrows. Jun, you're telling me Dagda doesn't have the flash available, but Noah has the arrow in the quiver for the steal! Over, no! An attempt so boldly made. Broken Blade infinite duress into a wall, but they get the Baron. Deficit, they too deserve some respect. 43k damage from Noah. And again, we talked a lot about Noah coming into this and how he's big, but right now we're going to talk about Jackie's and how he's feeling small. Caught out. Jackie's, this has happened before. You've had some great moments.
And now he's kind of in a bit of trouble because
not Hackies.
Broken Blade actually missed. Could be the pick.
It's on to Warwick though. He can buy some time. Remember, he's got Terminus. He needs to auto attack everything in the kitchen sink. Use though. Pop Blossom as Skewmon joined in. He now flashes over. He's poked out, but for G2, they've got pressure down bot.
They're still looking for that bot lane tower. GIANTX are now running back as quickly as they can to try and protect this bottom side, but it's gone. Caps is just keeping them at bay, and I mean, how much further did G2 want to go?
Can you end? Question mark.
I don't think they
so.
can.
No.
I think they're just trying to force GIANTX back, but
Skewmon is going in with no health bar. He gets himself a nice little proc of his item, heals up to half. Han Sama's still attacking the turrets because GIANTX are not going in. They used all their buttons. They used all their buttons on the Wolf. So now set up with a hostile takeover. They've just taken down 2 Nexus turrets. G2 have an open Nexus, but will not take it yet. Close is looking for a flank. G2 running for their lives. The run out includes the follow-up from the rest of GIANTX, but G2 are already too far.
could end the game. So GIANTX have to be very, very careful as to where this Pantheon is going to be in a matter of moments.
GIANTX approach from the left. G2 start from the right.
He's setting it up.
Skewmon is looking to Grand Starfall into the base.
He's going.
And Broken Blade will run as well. In he flies. The minion wave at the perfect place at the perfect time. GIANTX have to back away. Broken Blade won't let him. The primal howl is in the way. And as he jumps into the base, Caps has joined him as well. Lot sends starboard. And Caps and Skewmon will take game 1 in primal fashion.
It's only a matter of moments. They didn't quite pad the KDA, but they did pad themselves a game win in this one.